Hey, it's Big Guy Ben here, and we're at Wally's Castle. And today we're going to talk about showcases for vendors when they're running a booth at a vintage or any type of co-op. There's two types of showcases. As you can see, the ones we have here, they're front loaders. And then you'll find the type here, which is more common in other forms of retail, which are back loaders. Anytime you're in a mall like ours or any other mall, you're going to want a front loader versus a back loader. I'm going to tell you here why. This back loader is 2 foot deep by 4 feet wide, so it's taking up 8 square feet in your booth. Your pick side or view side is out in the aisleway, so you're not wasting any space there. But because it's a back loader, instead of opening it from the front where you could have stuff behind it, you maximize the space, or push it to the back of the booth and use the space in front of it, you have to leave a clearing behind it. These clearings usually have to be about 3 feet. So when you're looking at 3 feet back here, 1, 2, 3, plus the case, you're now talking about an area of 5 foot by an area of 4 foot. So this display case here is going to be taking up 20 square feet of your booth. This booth here is 6 foot deep by 8 foot long, 48 square feet, and you basically have to have 20 of that square feet dedicated to this backloading showcase. So you're at about 40% of your booth is dedicated to this space here. And realistically, if this case was being open more, you couldn't even have that stuff back there on that side because you couldn't access the other side of the show. The reason a lot of people will get these showcases is because all retail get them back in the day. Kmart, Sears, JCPenney, all of them do that because in their instance, it makes sense. Their employees on the back side of the case, they'll make rows or they'll make islands of these and they can walk around the inside and service them. And a booth standard like us, it doesn't make sense. You're putting 20 square feet of your 48 square feet in this booth into this showcase here. And most of these back loaders are not tall because they were made for the person on the back side, the salesman at Sears, Kmart, JCPenney, wherever, to be able to talk to the customer. So you're getting these showcases that are about 3 foot tall up to your waist. So what you're looking at is 2 shelves here, 4 foot wide, a little less than 2 foot deep. So the bottom one's about 2 by 4, which is 8 square foot. The other one's a foot and a half by 4, which is 6 square foot. So you're getting 14 square feet of display stuff. You can put stuff on the top, but what happens is these aren't made for that. In the retail setting, that blocks what you go down underneath. So when you're coming down the aisle, that whole top shelf, as you can see right here, it's hard to see the items that you're trying to feature, and that's anything in the showcase is items you're trying to feature. So now that we looked at a back-loading showcase, I want to show you the benefits of a front-loading showcase, which are designed for our type of business. This is what we call a front-loading showcase. As you can tell, most front-loading showcases are built taller like this because they are made to go against a wall or back-to-back like that. You don't have to have the counter person or salesman on the back side of it talking to the customer. They're on the same side greeting. There's benefits to both of them. When you're on the back side, you can control people from reaching in. On the front side, you really can't. You have to stand like right here in front of it. But the benefit is, here's the same 4 foot wide showcase as we looked at earlier. This thing is over 6 foot tall. And if you look at the bottom, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shelves, 4 foot wide. The shelves are about 16 inches deep, 15 to 16 inches deep. We'll call it just a foot and a half, and we'll round off at the end. But you start looking at 6, 12, 24, 36, 40. 40 square feet. When you take off the half, you're at about 36 square feet. So he's got 36 square feet here inside of the showcase versus the one we just showed you, which had 2 foot on the bottom by 4, which is 8 and 6, 14. So in the same 2 by 4 space, this gentleman is getting about 36 square feet to sell off of versus the showcase over there, which was 14. He's tall, it's light, there's nothing going to block it down. You have full visual because it is sticking out and the height grabs in. So when you're in a place like ours, front loaders is what you want. You can see the visual as we're walking by. You put these on the back wall. You use the space walking in your booth, or in this case, the shared space of aisleways in the mall itself. but you start walking away and seeing how much you can see from a distance on these showcases. Same thing with our showcases, a similar design to ours. You get a full presentation, nothing on the top blocking the light. It's not, waist high where you're seeing behind it. It's giving you the backboard billboard, so it's grabbing attention to the items. Now again, we're looking at the waist high one. As you can see that, it's hard to get that same presentation when you're about 10 feet away. It doesn't grab your attention because your eyes are going behind the booth and seeing what else is in there. So, if you're in any kind of vending or co-op spot and you need locked showcases, you want front loaders. Whether it's a curio cabinet, whether it's something you build yourself, you want something like all these here. You want something that you can access from the front, something with good height on it, so it grabs your attention and you're not looking beyond the forest to the trees, and something secure. Look for those front loaders. They don't pop up as often on Marketplace. Do not fall for the cheap back loader. When you're spending maybe a couple hundred finding one of these used, and you can find a back loader for 50, you're paying rent every month at this place. When you can get twice as much stuff into one of these, what you're saving in rent will easily cover the showcase difference. Front loading showcases for your co-ops.